So back for another trade recap today. It's Wednesday. Today I took a loss, and I'm gonna go through my trade and the entry and what kind of went wrong with it and how I took the loss. So let's get into it. So going into New York Open, I saw that we were in premium of yesterday's daily range, as well as we had swept out Asia and London highs. So going into New York Open, I originally had a bearish bias, and I kind of got attached to this, and I'll explain that later on. And that's something I need to work on, is being able to see both sides of order flow. But yeah, so here's the actual trade that I took. I saw that we had a 1 hour inverse, and I was expecting us to move lower off that. I failed to recognize that we were respecting this 1 hour really well, as well as this deviation. This deviation completely reversed off the -2, and I was honestly expecting us to come down lower to the -4 deviation. That's kind of what I wanted to see, and I got a little attached to my bearish bias, so I didn't realize that we had potential to actually move up higher. We had this SMT as well at the highs. I don't know if you can see it. We had an SMT right here at New York Open, and so that also led me to believe we were gonna go a lot lower. And we had this pre-existing entry from pre-market. We had this 5-minute chain, or not 5-minute. It's like a 5 and 15-minute, 15-minute chain state, as well as that SMT. And then we had this 15-minute BPR right here. So I was hoping to see us trade into that 15-minute BPR and this OTE that I drew out, because we reversed off the -2 deviation. Price came up a bit, tapped into my levels, and we did actually move a little bit lower when we respected these levels here. And so that's where I entered. I entered up here, but I got stopped out. No, I don't have the original. Okay. Well, I got stopped out. I think I placed this wrong. I got stopped out somewhere right here. And so what kind of went wrong with this was simply the timing of my entry, because this technically would have been a good trade if I had just waited a minute, or I waited for a better entry. Let's say I literally waited 1 minute, or I just waited for a better open, high, low, close candle. This trade honestly would have hit, because I would have only targeted 200 to 250 ticks. And so if we see here that this moved a lot, it's super volatile. But yeah, this moved over 300 ticks. So realistically, this trade would have hit if I had just got the timing right. Overall though, my context and bias was kind of wrong, because price obviously moved up way higher. I was just hoping to see Asia lows get swept, as well as we continue down lower to the -4 deviation. Obviously it didn't happen. We had the 1 hour gap, a chain in state, a 5-minute chain in state formed, and we respected it right here. And then also, yeah, we just completely moved off and reversed off the -2 deviation. So what the hell, something called me. I was just completely wrong on that, and that's fine. Otherwise, where I actually entered in the trade that I took was valid, because we did move off lower off this level here. It's just the timing was off, and that's kind of unfortunate. It is what it is though. The timing was off, and I think I got a little too attached to my bias, which is something I need to work on, is being able to not get tunnel vision and still be able to see both sides of order flow. And so yeah, I gotta work on those. And then today was a loss. There's honestly really nothing wrong with that. Losses are gonna happen. It's completely normal. I didn't overtrade or anything. It's really important that you remind yourself that if you can't handle a loss, then you don't deserve a win. And that goes for, days, weeks, months. If you can't handle, being red on the week, then you don't deserve to have a green week, if that makes sense. Because being profitable is all about proving your profitability to the market. The market will reward you if you can prove to it that you are profitable and that you have profitable habits in place in yourself, to consistently be a responsible trader. And so that's like one thing, is being able to handle a red day or taking losses. If you can't handle it and it makes you spiral out, then what makes you think you deserve to win? It's as simple as that. So just remember that. That's something that's always helped me with trading. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for the trade. Took a loss. It is what it is. Just gonna continue with my day and come back tomorrow. Tomorrow should be good. I think we got pre-market and like 10 a.m. news, I think, something like that. But yeah, that's all I got. See you guys in the next one.